Hello, dear students. Let's start the new chapter 10, Carbon and its Oxides. This chapter of class 8 in subject chemistry. So let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 148. Now, introduction of this chapter. So, the two common oxides of carbon are known, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxides. These two oxides are the most common oxides. So carbon dioxide is the gas which produced during the respiration also, and it is also the gas utilized by green plant during the process of photosynthesis. Now the carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas which produces when fuel burn in insufficient amount of oxygen, then it produces the carbon monoxide. In this lesson we will discuss about the carbon dioxide, more about the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So first, the carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is a gas which is most important constituent of the air, and it constitutes approx 0.03% of the atmosphere by volume, 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 0.03% is the carbon dioxide of the atmosphere volume. Now, the carbon dioxide was first discovered by Van Helmont in 1630 by burning the charcoal in air. So during burning the charcoal in air produces the carbon dioxide. So first, the carbon dioxide was discovered by the Van Helmont in 1630, and he named the gas carbonium. Now in 1775, Joseph Black obtained carbon dioxide by the action of dilute acid on metal carbonates and called it fixed air. So Joseph Black, 1775, they obtained the carbon dioxide by the action of dilute acid on metal carbonate, and it was called the fixed air. And then later in 1783, Antony Lavoisier discovered its composition of an oxide of carbon and named it an acid carbonic. So carbon dioxide in 1783 discovered by the Antony Lavoisier, and they find out the composition of the carbon dioxide is carbon and the oxygen. So he was named of this gas acid carbonic, and later it was named as carbon dioxide. So in the carbon dioxide, one carbon and two oxygen present, and it is the oxides of the carbon, so it is called the carbon dioxides due to presence of two oxygen. Now the next topic, occurrence of carbon dioxides. Carbon dioxide is found in the free state as well as in the combined state in the nature. So in the free state, carbon dioxides occur in the atmosphere to the extent of 0.03% by volume. So 0.03% by the volume in the atmosphere, the carbon dioxide exists in the free state. That means carbon and their oxide. And a large quantity of carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere during the combustion of fuel containing carbon such as petrol, diesel, coal, wood, etc. When burning of these fuels, then they produces large amount of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now the carbon dioxide is produced during the process of respiration also by plant and animal. All animals produces the carbon dioxide during the respiration, and the decomposition of dead organic matter and fermentation by the decomposers, they produces the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Now it is also present in the rock of volcanic region, and in natural water carbon dioxide is present in a dissolved state as a in the dissolved state. So carbon dioxide also present in the water in the dissolved form. Now in the combined state, it occurs as metallic carbonates and bicarbonates in the earth crust and sea shell. So in the combined state, the carbon dioxide occurs as metallic carbonates, metallic bicarbonates in the earth crust and in sea shell. Now the major compounds containing carbon dioxide are limestone, CaCO3, magnesite, MgCO3, and dolomite, MgCO3.CaCO3. These all are the compound of the carbon dioxide. Now next topic, preparation of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide can be prepared by the two methods, and there are following methods, but two methods are the common methods. Number one, by burning carbon or its compounds. So the burning of the carbon such as coke, coal, charcoal, or carbon compounds such as methane in air produces the carbon dioxide. Let's see the reaction. When carbon burns in the presence of oxygen, then they produce the carbon dioxide. Now the carbon compound also, when burned in the presence of oxygen, such as methane burns in the presence of oxygen, they produce the carbon dioxide and water vapor. Now the second method, by heating metal carbonates and bicarbonates. So certain metallic carbonates and bicarbonates decomposes on heating and produces the carbon dioxides. So when strongly heated, the metallic carbonate and bicarbonates, they get decomposed and to produces the carbon dioxide gas. Let's see the reaction. So when copper carbonate is strongly heated, then it produces the copper oxide as a byproduct and carbon dioxide gas. Now next, when sodium bicarbonate is heated, then it produces sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide as the product. Now by the action of dilute acid on metallic carbonates and bicarbonates also produces the carbon dioxide. So metallic carbonates and bicarbonates, when react with the dilute acids, hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, then they release the carbon dioxide as a gas. So certain metallic carbonates and bicarbonates react with dilute acid to produce carbon dioxide, such as when calcium carbonate react with the hydrochloric acid, then is produced the calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide as a gas. Next, when sodium carbonate react with the dilute sulfuric acid, it produce sodium sulfate, water and carbon dioxide as a gas. Next, sodium bicarbonate react with the hydrochloric acid, produce sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide as a gas. When sodium bicarbonate react with the acetic acid CH3COOH, then it produces the sodium acetate, water and the CO2 as a product, as the product. Now the laboratory preparation of carbon dioxide. So in the laboratory, carbon dioxide is prepared by action of dilute acids on metal carbonates. So on the metal carbonates, when add the dilute acids, dilute mineral acids, then it produces the carbon dioxide. Now activity, aim of this activity is to show the preparation of carbon dioxide by the action of dilute hydrochloric acid on calcium carbonate. So in this activity, the material required are some marble chips that having the calcium carbonate, dilute hydrochloric acid, a Wolfe bottle, a delivery tube bent twice at right angles, a gas jar, a thistle funnel, and 2 rubber stopper with a hole each. Now the procedure. So first take some marble funnel chip in the Wolfe bottles. Let's see. So first taken some marble chip in the Wolfe bottles. So marble chip in the Wolfe bottle. This one is the Wolfe bottle. And insert a thistle funnel through one opening of the Wolfe bottles, and a delivery tube is inserted into the another opening of the Wolfe bottles, and another end of the delivery tube is inserted into the gas jar. This one is the gas jar and this one is the delivery tube. So fix the rubber stopper in both the mouths of the bottle, and through the hole of one of the rubber passes the thistle funnel, and through the hole of the other rubber stopper passes the delivery tube. So through one stopper passes the thistle funnel, and through one stopper inserted the delivery tube. Now feed the other end of the delivery tube in a gas jar. Now make the apparatus airtight, because CO2 gas could be released if any leakage present in the stopper or any joint, at any joint. So now for some dilute hydrochloric acid, through the thistle funnel, so that the lower end of the funnel is dipped in the acid. After adding the dilute hydrochloric acid, as soon as the acid is poured, a vigorous chemical reaction takes place and releases the gases, and that gases passes through the delivery tube into the gas jar. So we observe that carbon dioxide gas is evolved with a strong effervescence, and that carbon dioxide passes through the delivery tube and goes into the gas jar. So first few bubbles of the gas are allowed to escape, since initially few bubbles of the gas are allowed to escape, since they might contain air and acid as impurities. So first allow some gases to escape from the delivery tube. Now then the gas allowed to pass through the delivery tube into the gas jar, where it is collected by upward displacement of air. Since carbon dioxide is heavier than the air, so in the gas jar, carbon dioxide displaces the upwards of the air, because carbon dioxide is heavier than the air, and carbon dioxide settle in the bottom regions and air escape at the upper regions. Now conclusions. Now we concluded that the marble chip, when react with dilute hydrochloric acid, to produces the carbon dioxide. Let's see the reaction. When calcium carbonate react with the dilute hydrochloric acids, then produce the calcium chloride, water and CO2 as a gas. Now note, some point here is noted that calcium carbonate is preferred to other metallic carbonates. Why? Since it is cheaper and easily available. So marble is easily available and cheaper as compared to the other sources. And carbon dioxide is not collected over water since it is highly soluble in the water and to form the carbonic acid. So carbon dioxide is always stored or collected in the gas jar, not in the water. Now dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute sulfuric acid is not used in place of dilute hydrochloric acid as it forms the calcium sulfate which is insoluble in the water. So we never prefer the dilute sulfuric acid because the dilute sulfuric acid react with the calcium carbonate to form the calcium sulfate which is insoluble in the water. Now the calcium sulfate get deposited over the marble chip and stop the reaction. So we prefer the dilute hydrochloric acids, never prefer the dilute sulfuric acid. Now physical properties of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless gas and it has a faint acidic taste. So carbon dioxides behave as a acid and carbon dioxide is a non-poisonous gas but its increased concentration in the air can cause suffocation because they replace the oxygen molecules. Now carbon dioxide is heavier than the air and it is fairly soluble in water. Aquatic plants use the carbon dioxide which dissolve in water to prepare their food by photosynthesis. Now solubility of carbon dioxide increases with increase in pressure. So when applied the pressure, then carbon dioxide will get increases in a bottles. That's why in aerated drink such as soda and soft drink, it is dissolved under high pressure. Now the carbon dioxide turns blue litmus paper red. Thus carbon dioxide is behave as an acidic in nature. Now under high pressure, it can be liquefied under a colorless liquids and that is called the solid ice or dry ice. So when the liquid carbon dioxide is cooled to minus 78 degrees Celsius under normal pressure, then it forms a snow white solid and that snow white solid is called the dry ice. Now on heating, this solid directly changes into carbon dioxide gas without becoming the liquid, so it is a sublimate substance. So dry ice is a substance that get sublimes. Now next activity is, the aim of this activity is to show that carbon dioxide is heavier than air. So the material required are a gas jar which containing carbon dioxide gas, an empty jar containing air, and a burning splinter. So these are the requirement. Now the procedure. Take a gas jar that containing the carbons. So first take the gas jar that containing the carbon dioxide carbon and tilt it over the empty jar that containing the air. So this one is the first gas jar that containing the carbon dioxide gas and tilt it over the empty gas jar. Tilt it over the empty gas jar that containing the air. And keep it in this position for some times. So now bring the burning splinter near the mouth of the lower jar. So bring the burning splinter near the mouth of the lower jar and then observations. Now we will observe that the burning splinter get extinguished. Why it get extinguished? Because the CO2 having the higher density than the air, so CO2 get acquired the bottom position and replace the air from this gas jar. And after some time, when we bring the splinter near to the mouth of the lower gas jar, then CO2 get contact with the burning splinter, and burning splinter will get extinguished. It means that the carbon dioxide is heavier than the air because they replace the air due to their high density. So we concluded that the lower jar contains the carbon dioxide, not the air. Now, when the jar containing the carbon dioxide was tilted, carbon dioxide moved down in the empty jar and air came up. And that carbon dioxide is heavier than air. Now, next aim of this activity, the aim of this activity is to show that carbon dioxide is soluble in water. So first, the materials are a straw, some water, and a gas jar that containing the carbon dioxide. Now the procedure: first, pour some water in a straw and invert the gas jar that containing carbon dioxide in the straw. So first, pour some water in a straw. So some water in a straw, pour in this straw, and invert the gas jar that containing the carbon dioxide. So first, then invert the gas jar that containing the carbon dioxide in this straw. And observe that, we will observe that the level of water in the gas jar rises. The level of water in the gas jar rises. Why? So we concluded that this shows that carbon dioxide is soluble in water. It means that some carbon dioxide that present in the gas jar will get dissolved in the water, and due to that some empty space in the gas jar, and that empty space is fulfilled by the water, so that the level of water in the gas jar will rises. So this is all about the carbon dioxide and their occurrence and their physical properties. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.